Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of Telia Misfits number 40. Everyone's here.
Yay.
Yay!
That's the energy I was expecting. Yes. Good job. You met all my expectations. Yes, indeed. We are. God, episode 40. We've been playing for 40 weeks. Uh, we've we've done a lot, and hopefully here's to another 40. Yeah. Either way, for the time being, I am here joined by my wonderful friends. We have Spiral Proxy.
Hi guys.
We have Ocean X.
Hello.
And we have Savian. There we go. And we. There we go. That's my face. I'll put it here. Yeah, there we go. That's my face. We also have Raining Blades, who will join us once he gets back from work. And finally, our wonderful Callahan might not be able to join us today, so he has some stuff to take care of, and if nothing else, he'll join us the next session.
How dare someone miss a session of your wonderful game?
I know.
Maybe even 2 in a row. Oh,
I've
would have to be
never
harsh
heard of
punishment.
such a thing happening. You're fine. It's
That's
fine.
like 4 times over 9 years. Let it go, man. Okay. No. Oh, you meant Sev. Oh, shame.
Anyway, how about we do the recap? Because I did say that I would do the recap. Actually, let me just put some music, some wonderful background music to liven up the mood. Yes, this might work. Possibly. I don't know if it's working. Oh, there we go. Music! Wonderful.
There we go.
There we go. Alright. So, last session, I'll do the recap. It wasn't actually a very complicated session. Last session, it was mostly the party finding out that once they have free time, they kind of don't know what to do with themselves for a little bit. But they did figure out what they are going to do for the next 2 weeks after accomplishing their perilous travels into the West. So after receiving a metric shit ton of money from Natasha, their employer, their sponsor.
That's the proper term. Metric shit ton. That's what Natasha called it.
Yes, of course. She just wasn't there. You didn't hear her, but that's exactly what she said. But after receiving,
I'll just have to take your word for it.
After you received, I believe it was something like, with the dragon parts, it was something like 20,000 gold total. So that's actually 20 something gold total. I need to check my notes, but it was around that. You divvied up all of the spoils between each other, and you went back to Westreach, the big city out here, knowing that you would have some time to rest, not worry about money in any way. You decided to not only explore what the city has to offer, but also take some time to relax, some to train, some to prepare for further missions, some to do research, lots different things. We started with I don't know. I believe we started in alphabetical order, wasn't it? Yeah. It was. So Third caller would be Callahan. Yes. So we started with Callahan, who for the first week just became basically a hero of the seven rocks. He went around doing volunteer work, just healing people, feeding the homeless, uh, just fixing houses, helping educate. Well, educate is a bit strong word for something Callahan would do, but helping keep the riffraff away from crime, and overall being just a patron saint of the area, which actually earned him a fair bit of reputation. Now when he walks through these slums, he gets a lot of approval and nods and waves and smiles from everyone. At the same time, Demir was occupied with copying spells. Lots of them. Lots and lots of spell copy. Not only that, but he also went to the scroll shop. I don't remember the name. The amusing quill, to buy some scrolls, which he then proceeded to not copy because I think he ran out of money at some point. No, he did. No, he copied them. He copied them in the second week. So that's basically what Demir did. He just did research and copied spells. Then we had the wonderful Demir, Callahan, Emrys, Edward, who basically worked out in front of Catherine's office for a whole week, shirtless. I'm just going by the first week.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going by the first week.
But yeah.
Yeah, so he just worked out the whole time, just trying to work up a good sweat and show off some of those amazing pecs. Yes, Emrys. First of all, Emrys summoned an aberration, a creature of nightmares from the beyond, which then proceeded to hurt everyone's mind.
What was his name? Was he Barry? Forgotten now.
No, his name was.
Yeah, I know, but what did everyone call him?
Oh, I don't remember. I just remember the name I wrote down.
We need Dusk.
You need Dusk.
We need Dusk or RB. We'll ask them when they get. Or we'll ask RB when he gets here.
Yeah. Either way, after summoning the creature from the beyond, Emrys went to research about the other planes for a whole week, and they did discover some interesting things. Probably not as detailed as they were hoping, but the best they could get from the city library. Anyway, and finally, Kyoho went hunting and taking some time for meditation and killing of animals and eating them and taking care of her cooking, perfecting her cooking and just taking time for herself, which actually lasted for 2 weeks. You did not see Kyoho for a good 2 weeks. Good job. I believe that's everyone. Second week.
Called being in character.
Yes, it is. It was very in character, actually. On the second week, Callahan.
I was talking about how I also wasn't here for 2 weeks.
Ah, yes. Well, but it was also in character for Kyoho, knowing everything we know about Kyoho. Being away from the big city would be something that I feel fits her. But yeah, second week, Callahan helped Demir with more spell writing. and then what did he do? I think he went to do more charity work, right? I think so. I think it was that. I think he went to do more charity work after that. Oh yes, it was closer to the high town, so it's closer to the rich district. So he's getting his reputation is slowly spreading across town like a plague. Um, yes. Then we had Mir, who more copying, and then he made some scrolls. He sold them just so he could buy materials for more copying. Um, It was a fun time for him, just stuck in his room. In the meantime, Edward did more working out. I think he pulled a muscle at some point. Didn't impress anyone. While Amorous took a cue from Edward and started practicing their magic. It didn't quite work out. I think they pulled a muscle as well. In their mind.
I was about to say the exact same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. And Kyoho did more of the hunting and things. At the end of the 2 weeks, after everyone had their enjoyment / rest / time to decompress / all that good stuff, you were contacted. Well, Callahan was contacted by Favis, telling Callahan that he and Natasha wish for you to visit Natasha's abode to talk about something important. If I remember correctly, Amorous, your backpack of holding still has a good 4 or so days to go before it's completely finished.
Probably.
Yeah, it was 19 to 20 days to complete it, and
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks, so you still have less than a week, but you still have a few days until it's finished. Edward, you do have your
make do.
Yeah. Edward, you do have the heavy crossbow that you ordered. I believe you already paid for it.
Yeah, I paid for it and for the arrows as well.
Yeah, the crossbow bolts.
The bolts, sorry.
Yes, they're bolts. They're different from arrows.
Not arrows.
Yeah. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Amorous, you also bought potions, right?
Yes.
Did you gave them to the ones that wanted to buy stuff, right?
Yeah, anyone who wanted potions, we distributed them to.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 3 healing potions and 1 great healing potion.
All right. Kyoho, if you do wish to buy that, you bought potions throughout those 2 weeks, you can tell me what potions. I can actually tell you what potions were available. Give me a moment. Let's see, where is it? Nikolai's Potions and Lotions. There we go. Yes, no, that was the name. So Nikolai had a couple more healing potions, normal ones. He had 1 more greater healing potion. He had an elixir of health. He also mentioned a potion of mind reading, a potion of diminution, a potion of growth, a potion of gaseous form. This is basically what he told Amorous. I believe Amorous would have told you as well. Several potions of resistance.
Emrys is actually keeping the potions a secret.
Oh, Amorous is keeping the potions a secret. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna say this is what you would hear, Kyoho, once you go to the shop. There's also some minor potions like potion of climbing, potion of heroism. Anything that stands out to you? And there's the very expensive potions that he also has, which are very expensive.
You can't handle my potions.
Potion seller,
Nice.
potion seller. I
In
require
fact, I
your
probably want
finest
to pick
potion.
up some of those healing potions.
Okay, so he still has 2 of them, so that's 50 gold each.
Okay, let me just go over to my character sheet here
Oh, go to
and
your character
decrement my
sheet.
platinum by 10.
Yes, you have a lot of platinum. All right, so here's the thing. He sees you have a lot of money. So Nikolai, just gonna roleplay this out real quick while we're waiting for RB. So this fits actually.
Yeah.
So before you leave town, you go to Nikolai's potions and lotions. And you go, you look like an interesting lady. I don't see Oni all the time, okay? Okay, I have the best potions. I have potion of resistances. I have lots of potions of resistance. You want to resist poison? You got it. You want to resist the cold? You got it. You want to resist a thunderclap? You got it. You want to resist fire? I got plenty of those. I'm the best at potions for resistance. Yeah, I am an expert in the craft. Okay, I also have other potions. I can make you turn into a cloud. I can make you become big, become small. I can make you climb good. I can make you very courageous. Okay, I can make you, well, heal, because there's potions of healing, you know, the usual ones. But I also have these, he looks around, these more expensive, high quality potions that I didn't make them, but my cousin up in the east, he's really good at it, and he made them, and they're really top quality, huh? If you have the money for it, I can show you, huh? Potentially some really good stuff, huh?
I will take a look at this.
Okay, come with me, pretty lady. And this is a halfling, by the way. He just escorts you to the back and opens up a little safe, and he takes out a bottle. This liquid seems to pulse with this dull light, like almost like a heartbeat. Well, this potion. It's very, very potent potion, okay? When you drink it, it will cure you of any illnesses. It will make you... If you are tired, it'll fix that right off. No poisons will affect you anymore. And for the next 24 hours, you can... How do I say? Recover a lot quicker, huh? So whenever you take a rest, you feel like you've taken a beating, huh? You just recover really fast. Okay? Okay.
Interesting.
And then I have this one. He takes out another potion that seems to have this black, this yellow liquid with a black portion that seems to shift around real quickly.
Spooky.
Oh, hi, RB.
Said not to interrupt.
Oh, we're doing potions. It's fine. We're just doing potions before you leave for Natasha's. I hope you're well, dude.
Yeah.
This potion over here. This potion will give you a kick and a half, lady. It will make you faster. It will make you think faster. It will make you react faster. It only takes about a minute. It only lasts for about a minute, but it's almost like everything around you will slow down really, really fast. Okay? It's a really good potion. I also have another potion, but, well, usually I reserve that for the, let's call them VIP customers, eh? I don't think you can afford it. Not to be insulting, it's just... just something really up there, you know.
I understand.
So, any interest in any of the potions I showed you?
I am most interested, I think, in the first of those 2 potions.
Oh, the one that helps you recover.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Let me just tell you what it does. Just so you're aware mechanically.
Yeah.
It removes any exhaustion that you're suffering, like all of the exhaustions that you're suffering. It cures any diseases and poisons. And for 24 hours, whenever you regain. Sorry. For 24 hours, you regain the maximum number of hit points for any hit die you spend. So whenever you take a short rest and you use a hit die, you automatically gain the full HP from those.
Okay. I think
Okay.
I'll buy that one.
Okay, this is one that's a little bit expensive, but it's well worth, okay? Okay. So, just for this one, it will be 1,440 gold.
So, this is player talking. So 144 platinum.
144 platinum, yes.
Right.
Yeah, just
She'll purchase
take out a 0 usually. Any interest in any of the others?
How much is the potion that makes you fast?
This one is a little bit cheaper than the other one because the effect is only for 1 minute, but it will run you for 600 gold.
60 platinum?
Yes.
All right. I will purchase both of those.
You like to work with platinum. You're my kind of woman, huh?
It was what I was paid in.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. It's easier for me to carry as well. I'm small. I'm a halfling. Anything else you wish to buy? I also have some other good potions.
I think that will be all for now. Thank you.
Well, it has been a lovely doing business with you. And he reaches up to shake your hand. Come back anytime. Maybe next time I already have new potions for you, huh?
All right.
Okay, have a good time. And you leave, and now you have a potion of vitality and a potion of speed. Plus 2.
I assume the potion of speed is just like
it's haste.
Cast haste on self.
Yeah, basically, you cast haste on yourself. So remember, it does have the side effect of haste at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, but it doesn't require concentration, which is great. So even if you get hit, it's not gonna end the spell effect.
So what you're saying is Kyoho needs to take that potion sometime, have Demir cast greater invisibility on her, and have a minute of visible haste.
Yes. Very much so. Hey, go ham! I'm giving you the items. Go ham. Just use them however you want.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend that 1 gold to pick up some more arrows.
Oh yes, of course. You can get those arrows. You can, however, if you wish. There's also the possibility, if you so wish, to buy enhanced magical arrows. You can at the enchanter.
I was gonna look into. Okay, so what magic items that we turned over did we get back?
Ooh, let me check. So you did not get your. Okay, so you got back the Wand of Magic Missiles, the Ring of Water Walking, so that you got that one back, and you did not get any of the others.
Okay.
Yeah, Kyoho only got back the Ring of Water Walking.
All right. You said I might be able to pick up bracers of archery or enchant a weapon as well.
You can at the blind unicorn, which is the enchantress. Yes, you can definitely commission something for the weapon. You'd have to leave it there, but it depends on how long it lasts. And for bracers, you can either leave bracers or she'll get some for you, and she can enchant them.
Okay. I was thinking about seeing if I could get the bracers and upgrade my longbow to a +1.
Okay. So to upgrade the longbow, it'll cost you 1,500 gold.
1,500, so 150 platinum.
150 platinum, yes.
I bought those potions, so I'm a little bit too low for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Usually that's what happens. That's what happens with the others as well.
Yeah.
Hey,
gold's for more money.
Yes, of course.
And also, magic weapons are sometimes a little bit easier to just find places than some good rare potions.
This is not untrue. You
I don't
can.
need a magic bow. I'm just gonna find it on the ground somewhere.
I mean, it's entirely possible.
Bracers of archery are even more expensive than that. So
Then I can't get either.
yeah, they're gonna be in the 2,000 gold range.
Yeah.
However, if you do wish to buy +1 arrows, like enhanced arrows, basically it's not.
Alright.
It's just a temporary longbow. However, there's the thing: these arrows, they don't break, so you can actually recover them as long as they're not stuck on a creature that falls into lava.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So
how much are magic arrows?
So that's 37 gold per arrow.
37 gold per arrow.
And she does have 10.
So that would be 37 platinum.
Yes. If you
I
so
think
wish.
I will go ahead and buy those.
Okay, so you can buy 10 +1 arrows if you so wish. Edward, do you also want to buy crossbow bolts? Enhanced crossbow bolts?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
No, thanks.
She does have 5, but there we go. All right, so you got your 10 +1 magic arrows.
So that's +1 to hit and damage with those?
Yes, that would be the case.
Yeah. I'm still going to buy some regular arrows because they're cheap.
Well, you can have 10 regular arrows and 10 +1 arrows. So.
It's like 1 gold for 20 regular arrows.
Yeah. The thing is, one quiver carries 20, so you usually only carry around 1 quiver, unless you wanna, put another quiver in your backpack or something. It's up to you.
I was already carrying around extra arrows, though.
Okay.
Because I had my regular arrows and then those elf arrows I picked up, which just count as real arrows.
Oh, yes. So that's up to you. It's 1 gold for 20. So if you want to buy 20, that's up to you.
Yeah, I want to stock up in case we get in the middle of nowhere again.
Yeah, that's fair. Like even the magical arrows, they don't break, but you can still lose them. So that's fair. All right. So either way,
I've read how mutant techs work. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna say this happened right at the start of the near the start of the downtime. So now we return to all of you going towards Natasha's place. So you take the full day of traveling that usually is required to get to Natasha's home. And once you get there, it's nightfall. You are welcomed in, and before dinner is served, you already smell dinner in in one of the adjacent rooms, but you are escorted up into what seems to be a study. You get there. You see that there's a fireplace that's currently lit. You see that sitting on one very large embellished chair with red velvet all around it seems to be Natasha. She seems to be in a conversation with the automaton that Fabus is currently controlling, which currently does not have the human illusion that it carries outside. The automaton seems to be sitting on a chair as well, although you know from experience that automatons don't really need that, but either way. They are talking, and once you come in, you see other servants begin to bring you chairs as well for you to sit in front of Natasha. She gives you all a nod and goes, I am happy to see you all again. She looks towards the mirror and she starts speaking in Huffling. Demir, would you be a dear and translate for me so I can speak more freely?
But of course, in Halfling.
No. You're wonderful. Now, I will cut to the chase a little bit. I called you in because our friend Fabus here and I have been working on locating other potential ruins. Or she looks at Fabus, facilities from the old Goblin Empire that may contain both information and, of course, other portals. I trust that I don't need to tell you how dangerous it could be for if other portals were to open. You've seen it better than I did, although I did receive plenty of tales from Pavis.
Of course, though. I am pleased that you are getting along with Fabis.
Oh, of course, he's wonderful and a great source of information. And you just hear Fabus go, so is she. I've learned a lot about halfling culture from Madame Natasha. I am thrilled that you introduced her to me.
You're very welcome.
But continuing on, I do have good news. Despite not knowing how many facilities they created while I was, let's say, deceased, we were able to devise a way to locate 2 facilities. We hope. As I've already told you, I was the original developer of this model of automaton, and he gestures to his automaton body. And I may or may not have linked all the automatons I've created to the network. I needed a way to collect information on the owners and what they liked and didn't like about the models to make improvements for future updates and models, of course. Nothing nefarious, I assure you. Like, he seems to clear his throat almost out of habit because he doesn't have a throat. Just right. Regardless, it's been many years. It's been centuries, many centuries. And while my automatons were under protective magic, the ones inside the laboratory, those outside sadly weren't. However, I was able to connect to 2 automatons. Briefly, very briefly. One was too damaged and ceased to function soon after. The other was in a far better state, but after a few minutes it was destroyed by an outside source. This is the good news. Using Natasha's map, we were able to determine the location of these facilities. Then Natasha goes, and now we have the bad news. These facilities aren't really in locations that are easy to access. They will be quite complicated to reach.
Where are they?
You see them look at each other. Favas, would you kindly do it? And this is the moment where you kind of register that Natasha's been talking to Favas in Halfling this whole time, and Favas has been answering in common, but seemingly seems to be understanding what she's saying.
And not because of the mere translating.
And not because of the mere translating, no. Okay, he seems to be nodding even before the mere says the translation. The Fabus gets up and picks up two large scrolls. He brings them to the small table between all of you, and he opens up one of the scrolls. There we go. Map.
Oh my god. We have a map.
Yes, there is a map.
A+ session right there.
Wait, just because there's a map?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I've had a map of Telia the whole time. I just haven't showed it because there's...
Yeah, but this is a new map. This is a new
We
map
didn't.
we haven't seen before.
Fine. Okay. Alright, so this map, it seems to be the map of mainland Talia. Mainly the northern region, the central and northern region of the Windborn kingdom.
There's Feyway. We were there.
Yes. You do see he starts pointing to you. So we are here, close to Westreach, and the location that we found would be all the way up here on the edge of the map. We don't sadly have a map of that area. This is an approximation of what we believe to be the area past the mountain range. Right, so I'm gonna say Demir, because you have the knowledges, and Amaris. If you will, please roll history.
Hell yeah. Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Do you think there might be anything
Sorry, I'm happy
useful
to
in that,
unwhisper my roll.
Do you
Oh,
think there might be
which is
anything
what I
useful
always do when adding
correlated
new
to this
spells.
in that book that I got, the Oni journal?
Oh, you'll have to look into it for this specific information.
Okay.
I suppose you can roll for history as well. You'll have. I'm gonna say roll with disadvantage, Kyoho, please.
Oh boy, rolling a skill I don't have any bonus in at disadvantage.
Well,
2 nat 20s. Here we go.
I was gonna say maybe you'll roll better than a 7, but
well,
No,
I mean,
I did not roll better than a 7.
the book
twice.
is very dense. It's so much information that you can't really register all of it.
Yeah.
All right, so Oshio, you're
That's
the
me.
only one that actually recognize this mountain range, which is north of Keimer. You come from Keimer.
I do.
Keimer being here. North of Keimer, you recognize this mountain range as basically the border between the Windborn Kingdom and Glarion, the Glarionese Tetrarchy, the other kingdom. It's pretty much anything until that mountain range is Windborn, and everything afterwards is Glarion. And according to the map, it is set on the other side of the mountain range somewhere.
I see. So this would involve entering Glarion territory.
Indeed. And from what I've heard, it's not a very friendly place. Doesn't seem like one, says Natasha. Either way, that is one of the locations. We find that it would appear to be somewhere underground. We're not sure. Unfortunately, Fabus was not able to pinpoint the location, the coordinates exactly. However, we do have the other one, Fabus, and he begins to unfurl the other map. There we go. And
2 maps in 1 session.
I know.
What's that cut-off word in the top right?
This would be a map of Woolgate, and to the northwest. Yes, that's west. Yes, no, southwest of it. You see the little bit of what seems to be Onigashima, the island of Oni. And as the map is open, he points to this little island. We're not sure if it is this island or the one next to it. However, we assume it to be this island. It is an island off the coast of Onigashima. Do you happen to know anything about this, Kyoho? Demir? Both of you roll histories. You guys could roll history.
Can Edward roll PTSD?
I was gonna make a safe joke, like, because the mirror does not look happy.
Yeah. Well.
I would like to use my hero point.
Go ahead. Use a hero point.
Oof, not any better.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
I'm disconnecting from Roll20. Let me refresh and see if that'll work, because it was not wanting to roll my history check.
Ooh, okay.
There's stuff that people don't know about the mirror.
Yeah.
No, Onigashima. Yeah, and
It's complicated.
it's complicated.
Yeah.
Oh boy! I rolled a natural 7 as opposed to a natural 1 that was a 7.
Oh, there we go. So here's the thing, Kyoho, you're not really learned in the histories and the geographies of Onigashima. Yeah, you know the mainland, like know the area around where you grew up and stuff, but not really much outside of that. As for Demir, you know that Onigashima has a few islands around it, some between Woolgate and the mainland Onigashima, some to the west of it. All of them supposedly are under the sovereignty of the shogunate. But aside from that, you do know that some are inhabited, some aren't really. If they have some inhabitants, it's not really flourishing. But either way, you know that there are a few islands like that. So, Natasha goes on. This one is the one where we have a little bit more information. It seems to be ruins above ground. Somewhat. We're not too sure. However, and she looks at Faberson. Yes, the automaton that I awakened was actually buried near the surface. It wasn't too deep. It was able to claw itself out, and once it got out, I was able to explore the ruins for a few minutes before someone intruded. And I honestly thought I would encounter an oni, or pretty much that an oni would encounter my automaton and destroy it, but it didn't seem to be the case. At least they did not look like oni that I've met before, like you, beautiful gentleman and lady. Yes. It is, well, I'll show you. And you see the automaton raises his hand, and you see a small, it's actually not small, it's like 5 foot by 5 foot. I think that's minor illusion, like, does something like that. So you see this still image, very blurry, very it's purple in color, and it's blurry, and some of the colors seem to not translate very well. But you do see the image of two individuals, one with a cloak, another one who seems to be kind of hunched forward, and a bald man with a thick beard, and seems to be markings along his bald head, who seems to be pointing towards the you assume the automaton that took the image, and that apparently was the last thing the automaton saw. Edward, roll a perception, please.
Do I have to roll if the player recognizes?
Yeah,
Okay.
because the image is very bad quality. So this is just to
Okay,
see if Edward recognizes it. Because you know,
Perception or
it's this would be actually no, this would be investigation.
okay.
Because I trust you not to metagame, so that's why.
No. I just was just wondering. I'm gonna use my hero point because this is a big thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you know this man. You know this man very well. I don't need to tell you anything more than that.
No, Edward starts shaking. He's really uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable. He goes. He didn't say a word, but he goes quiet. You know, when someone who's not saying a word goes quiet. Yeah.
These ruins on the island, they seem like they would be much more easily found, at least, if they are more above ground and located on at least one of two specific islands. There's significantly less ground to search.
Far less ground, yes.
Edward, is everything all right?
He's the one. He's the one who waked Brom. He's gonna eat us. We're not going on an island. We can't.
I'm sorry.
Pardon?
Eat?
Yes, they're cannibals. They sacrifice children, the ones they don't train. They eat children. Demir.
Oh my.
They will eat us. We can't win against them. We can't. Let's just avoid them. Let's go to the other place.
I
understand your hesitation, and perhaps the other place might be better suited to visit first for various reasons, but I believe we ultimately need to investigate both sets of ruins and shut down these potential portals.
Yeah, when they're not there, please, please, Demir, please.
Well,
Give the.
if you don't mind me interrupting, I just want to point out that the last image from the barely functioning automaton, and he makes another minor illusion, and you do see a chamber, dark chamber, does not appear to have anyone inside, at least where the automaton was located. Seems to be fairly uninhabited. This one, and he points to the other image, seems to be inhabited, at least by whatever these creatures are that you were talking about. And there was some faint signals of magic, but I'm not sure the source of that magic. And I'm just trying to give you all the information.
Thank you.
So Fabus, you just to understand your situation. So you have these automatons throughout these different ruins, but you are not yourself not familiar with the ruins or their creation. Is that right?
Oh no, the facility where you encountered me and where my laboratory was the first one to be built. After I was killed, as far as I'm aware, they created multiple other facilities to enact the plan.
I understood.
That's why
Understand. Thank you.
I am very much not aware of where the other facilities are, unless I am able to awaken any automaton that is still function within it and track its location, which is what I've done here. It took quite a lot of effort. I'm quite proud of myself.
Yes, thank you. Add a character just for like a whole like worldwide map viewing. Where's this one in like cardinal direction, like reference to the other location?
This would be south because there's basically you have to go to Feywave because that's where you docked once you came from Wallgate, and you have to take a ship to Wallgate, or if you're able to find someone that will take you that close to Onigashima, good luck. But if you are able to find someone, then sure, you can go directly there.
Oh, I meant like in reference of the two different ruins. Like, are they anywhere close to each other, or is it basically having to head two opposite directions from where
they
we
are
currently are?
they are in two opposite directions.
Okay.
Very much so. Natasha does say, now, I would like to hire you as your sponsor for this endeavor. I will allow you to choose which direction you want to go in. Here's the thing. The Pathfinders do not know about these ruins. We will have first pick of anything we find there, and we'll be able to study the ruins, however however much we want for however long we wish. That is fantastic to me. To be able to find a site like this and possibly preserved and undamaged and Fabius interrupts, and possibly with portals. Ah, yes. Yes, of course. There's also the portal issue that might be a problem, but either way, this information remains between us. I don't want the Pathfinders finding out about the location of other ruins and potentially sending their hooligans to go and destroy part of it.
Of course. And
Pathfinders were the one that activated the previous portals, so
yes, and unless something has
them as little as possible.
unless something has happened to cause the activation of another portal, which is primarily what attracted attention to the previous ruins, I doubt it will be an issue. Though the fact that you have seen people at one of these ruins.
Yes, that is indeed the worrisome part. However, Madame Natasha and I agree that since you are the ones taking on this risky endeavor, you should be the ones to choose which of these you should go to.
How long a journey would it be to each of these locations?
You see him look towards Natasha and she goes, well, as far as I understand, you'd have to go to the one close to Onigashima. You'd have to find a ship in Feywave. Reaching Feywave should only take about a day or two, depending on the weather, from Westreach, so you'll get there fairly quickly. To reach from Feywave to Bridge Rest, it's usually a 2-week ship ride.
I see.
If the weather is not super favorable. It depends on the weather, but usually 2 weeks. To get from Bridge Rest to this island shouldn't take more than a day or two, possibly. As for, well, you also have to contend with the fact that you'll have to find someone that will take you to Onigashima, which I've heard is complicated. And she looks towards Kyoho and Demir. Both of you know that our Onigashima is a very isolated, and it's an isolationist, isolationist, yeah, nation. So they don't take kindly to strangers.
Demir, every time like Onigashima is like mentioned, like Demir basically kind of looks like the Jordan Peele gif of him
The sweat,
sweating.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
He's just kind of staring at like 1,000-yard stare.
Like under the shower. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I understood when I left Onigashima that it would be difficult to make my way back there when I was ready to do so.
Indeed. As for the other one, well, taking the trip up north towards the mountain range should take you a week, possibly not even that, depending on your mode of transportation. To get from Westreach to get to Chimer and then up to the mountain range, it should take you about a week, possibly. The problem is crossing the mountains. They are a natural barrier. They are very difficult to cross. If you want to go around, because up north, the mountains do end before you reach the coast, and you can go around, but that should extend the travel for another possibly 2 weeks, and you'll have to find a way to cross the border without Glarion, spotting you, because some of the members of your party, and she looks towards everyone. Yeah, actually, he looks. Yeah, because the dwarf isn't here anymore. Sorry. She looks towards the Oni. Some of the members of your party aren't exactly welcome in Glarion, and welcome is. Not welcome is a very, very kind term, from what I've heard.
It may be difficult, but I would crossing over the mountain sounds to be the easier of the options then?
Perilous, but you won't have to face. Unless you've encountered some patrols, but I doubt there would be any resistance for the likes of you, if that were the case. You do have the options before you. I am sorry that I am incapable of providing you with more appealing options, but these are the only locations we've encountered so far.
Well, if they were easy to access, then I imagine we would have a much bigger problem with these portals already. So it is fortunate that they are so remote.
Very astute of you, Emrys.
Even so, it seems that the location in Galarion would be
The only option.
easiest to travel to, though perhaps more difficult to locate, though it may require traveling through Heimer, which is, well,
For what it's worth,
having said that,
I would.
if there are people in the other the other ruins near Onigashima, then it may be in our best interest to reach there as soon as we can.
No,
As they,
Emrys, you don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about. They will destroy everything you love and will eat it. They aren't people. They just let them go
That's-
away, and then we can go there.
that is precisely why we must reach there as soon as possible. If one person could activate the portal accidentally, it's not only likely that they might do the same, but they may also. Natasha would like more exclusive study of these ruins, and with other people there, it becomes less and less likely by the day that that will be possible.
Out of character, real quick for Spyro, was when Edward talked to Catherine about the cannibals. Was that when he was
Yeah,
just with
it
Callahan or by himself, or was that with everyone?
It was with Callahan.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I'm right here. I'm right here.
That's that out of character.
Callahan, wow.
Uh,
Man,
just
you're
read
awfully
it.
quiet today, Callahan.
well,
Come on, Callahan, do that. Do the thing you do. You know, do that thing.
Wibbly wobbly. Yeah, gotta get drunk and
That's
praise malt. Praise the mini book of malt.
that's our Callahan.
Yeah. Sorry.
well, we'll require some liberation and figure things out. I admit that while I believe Emrys makes an excellent point in that the ruins on this island are a bit more in danger of being activated, although if they haven't already, I'm not sure of the knowledge and magical prowess of these cannibals that they could have perhaps already been activated, or they might not even have the means. Although, to be completely frank, I am a bit more inclined to investigate the other region instead.
See? The mirror, the smartest one in the group, agrees that we should not go in there. So please, everyone, listen to the mirror.
I don't. You shouldn't base your decisions or opinions on mine. Especially considering mine is not necessarily the most
logic based.
In this case, it is Demir. Trust me, it is.
Any
Seems we have two. We have 2 votes for the mountains. I would prefer to go to Onigashima.
But well,
Kyoto?
you certainly don't want to go to Onigashima. You would only want to
Well,
go to the island
yes, well,
near
I,
Onigashima.
you know what I mean, man.
I would rather
Oh,
go
oh.
to Onigashima than those islands.
I'm not sure you would, Edward.
At least in Onigashima, I'll just be enslaved, not eaten. You know, it's still get to live.
He does have a point.
Sorry. I'll mute.
Oh. Do you have a preference? I know you mentioned that you some would make it difficult for you to return to Onigashima, but
Well, just
as
in
we were
terms
saying,
of getting a trip back there can be difficult. Many do not wish to even attempt to approach it.
yes, but
I do not have any major apprehensions about returning, although I have not yet done what I have left to do. I'm finding other things that are worthy of my time taken. But just the point of it is a longer trip for us to go there if we take the mountain path to the other ruins. So it would allow us to at least deal with one of them faster.
well, if 3 people are voting on the mountains, then I suppose we are outnumbered regardless of what Callahan thinks.
Hey, I wanna voice my opinion in that I
Yes,
abstain
Callahan.
and I defer to the rest of the group.
Thank you, Callahan.
Unfortunately, that is the reality that we are pretty small.
Yeah, Dabir, he's pretty smart. I think
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, listen to what he says.
Like Demir's pretty smart, and then Emrys, they're pretty smart as well. And I trust Kyoho; she's very wise. And Edward, he's got experience. And so pretty small. I'll let you choose. Pretty small.
I guess it's Galarion through the mountains then.
I suppose so.
For what it's worth, Demir is kind of like looking very relieved.
Emery's like, what the hell happened to mine?
And if there's something I may ask of Edward, as traumatizing as your experience these cannibals seems to have been, I would like to ask you something about them.
Also, Emrys is holding the talisman they're wearing.
Okay.
And after you ask me that thing, Kyoho, I would like to tell you another, but please ask me first.
As you have made quite clear, you have encountered these people before. How magically inclined are they? Knowledge?
I mean, we did enter a dimension where that Bald One was conducting a ritual, and he always manages to just point at me and throw me away. They're a cult. They worship some sort of prehistorical worm god. I think they worship it's corruption itself. It's strange, but they are they know a lot of magic. Yeah.
Where did you encounter them?
I was sold by my parents when I was really, really young to the cult, and since I was like a big kid, they didn't eat me; they trained me, and then I escaped
Where was that?
in the old land.
The old. Player comment. That's the place that people came from before they colonized.
Oh, Kalios. Yes,
Yeah,
Tell-
the other.
Yeah,
it's Kalios. The other continent. Yes.
the other continent.
People here call it the old land, but it's not like it ceased to exist. It's just
Yes, yes.
everyone that usually
Well,
comes
back
here.
in my day, we didn't have these Oni or these elves. There was just one continent.
In that case, I feel like that one might be more pressing. Just because they are not in an area that they would be expected to be, and they might have the capabilities of activating the portal.
By the way, I just want to point out, real quick. Do you still remember the name, or are you intentionally not saying the name of the?
I do not remember the name, and
Oh.
I've been trying to remember the name of the other guy who married Jenny, and I can't remember it.
Oh, yeah. The other guy who married Jenny is, I think it was Michael or something.
Tave? I
It
think
wasn't
it was
Dave.
Tave or something like that.
It wasn't Dave. No. It was just he
Tave,
had
or
he had a very generic name, because you know very well it was a fake name. But the name of the thing that the cult worships is Korgath, the white maw, or the devouring worm.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I remember you telling me that the symbol was a coiled worm.
Yep, coiled white worm.
Yeah. Yes, white worm, yeah.
Yes. That does seem to make that area more pressing.
No, Kyoho, not at all. It seems like they should do their own thing, and we do our own thing somewhere else. They can't be beaten. We can't win against them, no matter how many we are. It doesn't matter. They will always win, and we have to accept it. Also, do you know who is their best friend? Some Oni that looks like you, and I like to shove his face down.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh, indeed.
That does
pardon me?
make things interesting. Edward and I have talked, and he has encountered my brother in the past as well.
Your brother is a cannibal?
Not that I know of.
No, I think he was more an employee of them. I think he was paid to protect them while they conducted their rituals or shady businesses. I don't know if he still works for them. Last I saw, he wanted to come here to this continent.
And last time we checked, he was here.
He was?
Yes, so we encountered him some time ago. He was too strong for us to
Are we back?
No, your internet.
Oh no! Oh shit! Okay.
Oh no. We might have to end
Technical
early because your
difficulty.
internet's acting up.
I think it's good now. I think it was just it just it
Just a
was just
hiccup?
yeah, it was just a hiccup.
Okay,
Did have to
okay, okay.
I
to
can see the
start.
stream.
Yeah, just have to start the stream again. I think. Did it start? Oh, it didn't restart. That's nice. Yeah. So as I was saying before, my internet rudely interrupted me. Pavis does turn to you. Well, I'm just gonna. He starts rolling up the map. Well, complicated as it may be, one choice has to be made. I do not envy you. Apparently, these are difficult choices to make. But, where do you wish to go?
What happens? Say we choose one location over the other. You choose to proceed to that location. Is the other location? Is it simply left alone until we hopefully successfully return, or is there another
Natasha,
course of action?
Natasha, she seems to be thinking. Well, the overall plan seems to be the best option that I have is you go deal with one ruin and then the other. Currently, you're I'm gonna admit it, the most skilled uh, party that I have under my employ.
You flatter us.
Oh, sweetheart. Um, yes, you are indeed quite capable, quite strong. So I do trust you with this. I do have another party that could potentially do something, but this might be a little bit above their pay grade. I do fear sending them to their deaths.
If you're sending them to the islands, you will be sending them to their death.
Indeed, that's
The
why
reason
I am conflicted.
the reason I ask is because if it seems that best thing is that we have to deal with both of these locations. The one is closer, the one in Glacia with the mountains. If there is, as Odo describes, this extremely powerful and dangerous group of cannibals on the island, it could, although it might be more pressing. Again, we have no means of knowing if they are even capable of activating this portal or what the state of the ruins is, if they've even been to find it. But it could perhaps be to our advantage to explore the other ruins, gain some more, exploration and combat experience on the way, perhaps uncover additional artifacts or items like the ones we found at the other ruins, and perhaps essentially have a bigger edge for when it comes to dealing with what seems like will be a more difficult situation.
Well,
Demir, I'm going to.
I just want to point one thing out. You're not being forced to do any of this. If you refuse both jobs, you can refuse. I will not force you to do something this dangerous. This is merely as your patron, my request to you to an offer of work. You will be handsomely rewarded, of course.
Demir, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I think they are able to create portals to whatever that place was. So if they're able to create, they're able to activate them. Because when me and Brom fought them last time, we traveled through that plane. I came through that plane, through that portal, because I was trapped there after we fought them. So they are very, very capable.
To which I understand. To which I'm, again, if that's the case, then again, it might be more pressing, but it would be a fool's errand to go in if we do not think we are capable. It's at the very least, and excuse me if I am sounding a bit speaking of matrodome here or anything, but at the very least, if we do want to assist with this matter, if we can even guarantee that we secure one of these ruins and disable a portal, that is to what I believe the top priority, not necessarily which one might get activated sooner or anything. If there's one that seems to be potentially less dangerous and that for all we know it could end up being just as bad, or who knows, but I don't, personal feelings aside, I still don't like the idea of going into a situation we know is likely more dangerous against powerful foes, with while there is another option for us to further improve upon ourselves and better our chances, so to speak. That is just
Ultimately,
earlier
all
I was speaking from a non-logical standpoint, and I guess this is my more logical way of thinking about things.
all we have to go on is speculation. And while I would prefer to prevent this so-called cannibal cult from creating a portal to that place, that is also somewhat influenced by the fact that I would prefer if we do travel through Kaima, I would prefer we travel through quickly.
I agree. I think regardless of what we do, I think speed is of the essence. Careful speed, might I add to you. We don't want to run into another situation where we are in over our heads, but yes, the quicker we secure any one of these locations, in my opinion, is the better. Which is why I tend towards the closer location and the one that we believe to be less dangerous.
Yes. Fabus, are these portals in any way connected to each other as a group, or are they like individual one-to-one?
Well, when I helped create these portals, they were meant to connect to the space between. However, they can be connected to each other with the right coordinates and inputs. The problem is, I did not create these other portals. I don't know the coordinates to input to go there. But they can be connected to each other if we do find the right information.
I would say that going to the closer one is... Going to both of them, I think, is a good idea. Closer one would be perhaps the better idea in the long run. It's possible that the ones on the other side, the goblin, might realize that these portals can be reactivated and might try to activate the other ones from their end. So the presence of people there at our end might be irrelevant, and keeping them from being able to get a foothold on this continent might be a good idea should we need to escalate things higher battle.
Oh, if you're worried about the goblins on the other side, in the space between, you shouldn't worry. They are unless things have changed, they should be in a state of stasis
Hmm.
while they are there. Unless they managed to develop some technology during the time that I was deceased, that would prevent that.
Hmm.
So are
I
we
believe
settled?
that going to the mountains seems to be our choice of action.
Yes.
Very well. Then it would appear that you are going towards Glarion. Very well. I would
Indeed.
recommend that our red-skinned friends here. She points towards the Oni, gestures. Be very careful. Oni are, from what I've heard, highly praised slaves in that place.
Do either of you have any method of disguising yourselves?
No, not particularly.
Beyond visibility and nothing
could
in
always-
particular.
Sorry, wouldn't it be smarter to be disguised as our slaves?
Perhaps that's something we can
That is an option, though they may not. I'm sure they're aware that Oni are not slaves outside of the kingdom, so they may find it suspicious.
some perhaps some, as I mentioned earlier, some prep work and some research is in order. We want to definitely make sure we're prepared. No
I'm sure if
backtracking
we,
for diamonds
yes,
this time.
I'm sure we could buy some paint somewhere, and I'm sure I'll be able to make you look like dashing humans.
With horns.
Decorative. Perhaps we could attach some forehead protectors and pretend they
Demir
are
does not look.
into them.
Demir does not look amused.
You also
Cameras
see
is fully
Natasha
serious.
looking at Demir's tusks. Well,
1.5. Oh,
yes,
the tusks.
the
Yeah,
tusks.
he
Yes.
does have 2 tusks.
It's a
Well,
birth defect. Very tragic, very tragic. The family torn apart.
Sure, I trust your judgment. Yes, I'll trust your judgment.
Demir's just shaking his head, just like.
I hear you.
Well, I am also quite capable of simply making them believe that you are not Oni or not suspicious and such. So
As I said, that we can definitely discuss at length what various strategies. Though I personally believe it might be better to just try and avoid confrontation altogether. But
yes, but we should prepare for the worst case scenario.
yes, I more so mean that I think that we can discuss that at greater length at a later time while preparing, not necessarily now. It was there. Don't want to necessarily bore Natasha.
Yes, dear.
No, I simply meant I don't.
I don't want to inconvenience you. I know you are very busy, and
Oh, whatever do you need then? Go ahead. Don't be afraid to ask.
I like Demir is saying like they don't necessarily need to talk about it now. They
Oh.
can
Okay,
talk
okay.
about he's not asking Natasha anything. It's
Oh, yeah.
just
But she does go, well, we can all have some dinner and then sleep on it, and in the morning you can decide details and start on your journey, unless you want to return to Westreach for whatever reason. You,
There was I had there's an item being made in Westreach that I believe would be better to pick up before we leave.
well,
It should only be a
there
few
isn't,
days.
there is not a time limit on this, but I would recommend haste, simply because it might be best to deal with this before anything bad happens to the ruins. And then Fabius immediately pipes up, or the portals are activated. Yeah, right, Madame Natasha? Right, that too. They look at each other for a moment. Quite. Emrys, if you require, I can send a servant to pick up those items while you are out, unless you wish to wait for them. That is also an option.
Oh well, if you are, are you suggesting that we could set out towards the ruins and have your and have the item delivered while we are on the way, or that we would wait here and
Not delivered to you, but I would have my servant bring it here. If you're worried about your item
well,
being
it would be something better to bring with us.
oh, of course. Well,
But it
I mean,
should.
I would definitely would be nice for some time for some, like I said, to prepare ourselves for any. Now that we
Yes.
know where we're going and what we're doing, might be nice to take that time anyways to properly prepare ourselves. Like I said, I would hate to put ourselves in another situation where we're having to backtrack or otherwise have to alternate our plans on the fly because we did not uh, take the
Well,
proper precautions.
in this situation, we will not be traveling to the wild, so we
But
rather than traveling.
we are going to
Well,
a
yes,
foreign country with stipends. That's what I mean.
yes, yes, but what I'm saying is that um, it means that we can consider perhaps taking horses or looking to hire a cart or accompany another cart to hasten
Quite
our
so.
journey rather than traveling on foot, which would be much slower.
Quite so.
well, you can decide in the morning, and you can head to Westreach if that is what you wish. Dinner.
Thank you.
She gets up and she starts moving, and Fabius follows her. I don't eat, but I do enjoy the company. I also secretly like watching people eat because I haven't done so in a long, long time.
I wonder if it is possible to simulate the sensations of eating through a psychic link. Perhaps I will look into it.
Oh, wow. Interesting. You and Fabius begin to discuss such topics while at dinner. Everyone else, unless you wanna discuss something further, you are given a wonderful, wonderful dinner. It seems to be a whole deer that was caught and killed uh,
Ooh.
just for this, uh, cooked to perfection by a master chef, uh, and also pudding for dessert.
Pudding.
Yes, indeed. Wonderful meals, wonderful meals. And Natasha knows how to serve.
Demir,
Yes.
Garstander, Demir would like to ask Natasha if, basically, once they leave, if there's any place that he could, like basically a safe place or a safe box or something like that, where he could keep some of his, like just a couple of his books and belongings that he wants to leave behind, if that would be possible.
Well, you can leave it here, of course, if you so wish. I do have some locations, some rooms that are forbidden, uh, for personal reasons. I can store them there. If you want a truly safe option, I would say you can keep it at the bank in Westreach. They have personal safes for such people. For a modest sum, they will keep your belongings as safe as can be. Or you can buy a safe.
You know how much that costs?
Or to keep something in one of those banks. Not sure. It should be a few gold. A few gold
okay,
pieces,
okay.
probably a day.
Oh, a day. Ooh.
We don't know how long we're good. If would it be so bad, simply leave some here, that would be fine with me.
Of course. I can keep it in one of my libraries.
Thank you.
Is it a personal diary? She starts to tease.
It is a oh well, Tavir starts to get nervous. It is a copy of my spell book, as well as a couple of other tombs of sorts.
Oh, very interesting. It'll give me something to read. If you don't mind, of course.
Well, certainly.
Demir, sweetheart. And she puts her hand on your hand. I don't know how to read magic. I was kidding.
Oh, okay. Oh, well. Oh, that's very, very funny. I'm not good at this humor thing.
Relax. And she taps your hand again. Breathe in, breathe out, relax.
This is also all in
Halfling. Yeah. Whenever I speak,
so everyone except for like Thomas is probably just like,
yeah. Whenever I speak in normal without the heavy accent, she's basically speaking halfling.
Yeah.
But yes, you have your meal. You are given each of you, yes, you are given your own rooms to stay in. Wonderful. You sleep, and in the morning you start making your way back to Westreach, I assume.
Did we get a well, I know with the last one we were given like a stipend before we proceeded on our journey, and then is it something here, or because we just got paid, it's just like,
no, that's because
we just get paid an enormous amount of money.
Yeah.
So.
I know. I just that's why I'm
no. Last time was because there was a whole lot of preparation for the West, and she knew you didn't have any money, so she gave you
Okay.
part of the pay in advance.
Yeah, okay. I just couldn't remember what the.
Yeah. She does inform you. Okay. She does inform you. Same as last time. She will pay you based on the research you make and what items magical or just otherwise just for study, based on what you bring back, that will basically determine your pay.
Cool.
It might be if you're lucky, it might be a lot of money like this time. If you don't bring anything back, well, tough shit.
Don't worry, because we're gonna have a bag to put all our shit in.
There we go. Also, none of you have bought diamonds. I just want to remind you of that.
Oh yeah.
That was the other reason I wanted to go back to West Street. I actually mentioned that. Like,
how much money does Callahan have? Can we just make him spend all of his money on diamonds?
I don't even know how much money Callahan has. Let me see. I'm curious now. Callahan! Holy shit, Callahan. Okay, he has enough. I think he did say he'd buy like 3, right?
Yeah, because we had talked about after last session, and or during last session or something like that. I don't know, but
you know what?
I think we talked about wanting like at least like 2 or 3, like, because you said diamonds aren't exactly like growing trees, but
yeah,
basically if we could have enough for like 2 or 3 resurrections on hand, that'd probably be good.
I can say you can safely buy 2. So I'm gonna take it off his money. Just because. So it's, what was it? What's it called? Not Raise Dead. What's it called?
Revivify?
Revivify, yeah.
Was it? Yeah, okay. Wasn't sure.
300 gold each. Okay, that's 600 gold from Mr. Callahan. So that's 60. That's 200. Okay, he still has a lot of money.
I mean, we are talking about the guy who bought a spell scroll, and then gave it away to Demir for free just to get out of an awkward conversation.
Yeah, literally just to get out of
about praying.
Yeah, because he got very confused that apparently clerics have to pray. What?
Oh, Callahan.
Oh, Callahan.
I just like to about like Callahan thinking of the whole like Zach Galifianakis trying to calculate like, how have I been getting my spells thus far? Like,
yep.
What's going on here?
How does this work? Yeah, Callahan is more of a warlock than a cleric. He just doesn't realize it. Yeah.
But... so that's 2-party warlocks.
Yes, of course.
No wonder Callahan and Emrys are such good friends.
Yes. Anyway,
that's how you guys met. It was at a warlock convention.
Yeah.
Wow. Makes sense. All right, so
Warlock Con.
So you guys return to Westreach. So it does take a day. So you do reach Westreach by night. So it is the sun is setting very fast as you get close to the city. So I assume you stay at the Wounded Soldier once again.
Yep.
Okay. Oh. Emrys, you have 3 days for the
Okay.
For the magical bag. So here's the question: do you guys just want to do a whole week of downtime, or do you just want to wait the 3 days and leave right as you get the bag?
Unless there's anything that takes an entire week, we can probably just do 3 days.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yeah, we don't need the full.
Yeah, I imagine, in those 3 days, that'll be plenty of time to, figure out if we want to get horses or get, like, a carriage. Like, we could maybe see if there's a carriage, like, going up there that we can join or whatever.
That is fair. So, Yeah, so basically tell me what you want to do during those 3 days. You can. This is Westreach, so getting stuff, you just need to tell me, and I'll tell you if you find it. Which is very likely, unless you were talking about the super rare stuff, but if it's just mundane stuff, it's very easy to get. It's Westreach. It's a big city. So what are you guys looking for?
Zamir would like to acquire. I don't have. Hold on, I need to find nothing. But basically, the 10 gold piece material components for Find Familiar.
Oh, the brazier, and the charcoal. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you easily find that. You don't even need a magic shop, just a general goods store. You just go in, just get that stuff for 10 gold. And what familiar do you summon? Or do you save it and you're not summoning any familiar
A
right now?
toad for the two extra points of con.
Emrys is just like, Demir, you saw my ritual and now you're performing one of your own.
Oh no.
Yes, quite so. And my being will be far more.
Well,
menacing.
I far more menacing.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I know what I want to act. I'm pretty sure I'm going to pick Owl, but I need to compare some of the ones. But
I'm looking forward to it.
Well,
I
an
thought
owl is
that-
good. Sorry.
Roll20 seems to be acting up real badly. It's not showing Demir or Edward in it anymore.
Yeah, I don't. I'll be.
I was crashed. Wow.
Aha.
Yes,
I would explain it.
How
Yeah,
dare
it's
you,
given me
sir?
a lot of trouble today. I've had to restart multiple times.
Ooh. That hasn't given
do
me
I show
any
up now?
trouble. Yeah, you do.
Okay. Yeah, it was like all zoomed out, and it was like it's like some error message.
Yeah, it happens. So, well, you do get the materials for Find Familiar very easily. They're like the easiest materials for a spell that you can get. Some of them. Anything else, guys?
And then
Yes.
oh well, just because I'm already going. So I want to go ahead and just because well, let's see. Okay, like protect evil from good. That's a first level. Okay, I would just go ahead like to try and transcribe.
Why are you learning protect evil from good?
Because this was the scroll that Callahan bought and
Oh,
gave
yeah.
to Demir.
Yeah, okay, so just so you know, Sev, Callahan was having this conversation with the scribe, and the scribe was explaining how divine magic works. That clerics have to pray, and their god gives them, in exchange, gives them magical power. Callahan got very confused, and he wanted to get away from that conversation, so he bought a scroll, and just to get away, and then he left, got to the inn, and just threw it at Demir's face and said, "Take it, bro," and left. So now Demir has a protection from evil and good.
That is protection from good and evil. What
Sure.
what Arby said was protect evil from good.
Oh, oops. That was
that's what I was pointing out.
Oh, okay.
God, that
That's a
was
6th level spell.
That is a whole other spell.
Yeah. And then that's because it's here, but just because it's like, because it's abjuration, it's gonna basically take me a fraction. It's gonna only take me a single hour. What would I basically be able to like last time where enhance ability?
Oh,
for, like,
sure. Yeah. Okay.
a single hour for advantage on it.
I mean, the DC is 11.
Slave Callahan.
Well, I've rolled a 1, a 7, and a 5 so far. So
All right, go ahead.
you can
Roll that Arcana.
forgive me if I'm a little bit nervous.
That's a natural
Okay,
20.
of course, that's what I roll well on. It's the DC 11.
Yeah. Well, now you have that spell. Happy days.
Happy days. And down 25 gold.
And 25 gold, yeah.
I'm now even more broke than I
Yeah.
was.
Adjuration spells are easy to copy. But yes, so that's what the Mir's been up to. What about the rest of you?
Emrys will be, looking. I'm yawning. Emrys will be looking to see what, like, if there are any carriages going up towards Kaima.
Ooh, transportation.
Um,
Yes.
Yeah, and what horses there are in the city. If the place that we bought horses from and didn't bring back, if they're still willing to sell to us.
I mean, once you buy horses, they don't really give a shit what you do to them.
Yeah, but
It's not
What
like you
happened to those last horses you bought from us? Hill ate them.
We were in the West. We were hungry. The only other thing we had was spam, and we don't like spam. Yeah, so easy enough. So if you want horses, you can easily get a riding horse for 100 gold with all the equipment, like the saddle, the bit and bridle, some food that lasts for 10 days. You can get a riding horse for that. For 75 gold, you can get a draft horse, which basically carries more, but it's slower. It's basically as fast as Kyoho is at walking.
I mean, I think riding horses are fine because we don't need to worry about carrying more because we have or will have the bag.
You can also get a war horse. There's a
Ooh.
couple available for
Ooh.
450 gold
Okay.
if you so wish.
And what are they like?
I am faster than.
Do they just have a cooler name?
What, the war horses?
Yeah.
No, war horses are made for battle. Like if you start fighting and you have a riding horse, like if you're attacked, riding horse has a chance of freaking out and starts running in an opposite direction. A war horse will just stay there, and if you're not riding on the war horse and it is attacked, it will stop the shit out of anything that approaches. There's
Holy
also
shit. What
yeah,
badass.
there's also the fact that war horses are trained to wear armor. So if you have the money to spare for armor, you can also buy armor for the horses, and it'll increase their AC.
Damn.
Also, they can wear they can also, by the way, use military saddles, which means if you get knocked out, you won't be dismounted, and no, sorry, you have advantage on any checks to remain mounted. So it's military saddles are basically really good at keeping you on your horse.
Do they come with military saddles, or is that like an extra cost?
No, that is an extra cost, but it's not anything. It's 20 gold.
Okay. Emrys might want a war horse. Now that's an option.
That is fair. That is fair. The
Well,
stable does have 2 war horses available. They have been very well trained. They are usually only bought by nobles and knights. But if you bring a good price, if you bring enough money, they will give you one.
if I bring Edward and be like, hey, he's a knight.
Yeah, I'm not a knight, but I can lend you my horse, Emrys.
Wait, has Edward shown us his? Wait, he has, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Or has he just
he
talked
has.
about
He actually left it with the mirror the last time you split up.
Yeah. It's Betsy.
You can only summon one horse, can't you?
Yeah.
Well, that's one less horse to buy.
Mhm.
It's like, my horse isn't good enough for you.
No, it's good enough for me.
Yeah.
It's Betsy. She's been through hell.
I will also say that war horses They don't even need to be. You don't even need to tie their reins. If you tell them to stay in one area, it will stay there.
Yeah, I think Emrys is going to buy a warhorse.
Okay.
What does the rest? What does everyone else want? Does anyone else want a warhorse? Because we're going to need. Edward already has one, so we're going to need what, 4 more. Well, actually, we can probably do with. Because I mean, like,
Well, there's
Emrys
only
and
2 war horses, and then there's Edward's horse.
yeah, so
and
Edward has a horse. Both of the owners will need their own horse. I mean, how many people can one horse carry? Could one horse carry both Callahan and
One horse can easily carry 2 people. It will be slowed down.
Okay. We'll just do one each then. So Emrys is going to buy a war horse. Does anyone else want a war horse, or is everyone else getting a riding horse?
How much is just the riding horse? Because I'm not sure I can.
It's 100 gold.
100 gold.
Yeah, I don't have 100 gold.
I can buy you a horse, Tamir.
And a whore, because I know you were going to say whore.
No, I just said
I can
horse.
buy you a horse.
She already bought horse for everyone. It's just no one showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Here's a horse, Tamir.
I mean, that's
100
not true. Emrys showed up.
Yes.
Right, no one showed up
Emrys
and stayed.
Emrys just immediately left.
Yes. Oh, yeah, Sev, you missed it. Edward organized an orgy with several whores from the whorehouse that, Callahan liked to make friends
I
in.
forgot to mention that.
And while he was in the middle of the orgy, he invited everyone. Only Emrys showed up, realized it was an orgy, and then left.
Sounds about like what happened.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna take 100 gold from Callahan and give him a riding horse.
Yeah, I'll take 150 from me.
Okay.
Oh.
And I'll
Are you
buy
buying
you
armor
a
as well, or
horse.
just war horse?
Probably just a war horse. Hum will slow it down, I imagine. Emrys is basically just buying it because it's cool.
That makes
Yeah, I'm
sense.
just gonna buy a regular.
What are the
Okay.
two war horses available? Can I ask? Like, what do they look like?
Oh yes, of course. First of all, you notice something once you approach a war horse. You immediately notice something. They're bigger. They're a lot more musclier.
They're built for stuff.
They're yes. It's. Have you seen that dog that is just like gigantic, full of muscles everywhere? That
Yeah.
yeah. So that in horse. So yeah, they're a lot taller than normal horses.
My horse doesn't skip leg day. Okay.
It's all leg day. Your horse, the horses, they are pretty big, a lot bigger than riding horses. One of them is a beautiful coat of brown, with a lighter brown mane. The other one is black with some white spots around parts of its body, with a white mane as well.
Okay. Emrys is buying the black one.
Okay. All right. You want to buy armor for it?
Would armor slow it down? What kind of armors are there?
Armor does not slow down a warhorse. And basically, what you do is any of the armors that are available for people, you can buy them for a horse, but it's a lot more costly because made for a horse. So
and it doesn't slow it down like no matter which one I buy. But I imagine obviously the big like
no, because
a
a war horse can. Well, it'll slow it down a lot if you're trying to ride 2 people on it, right? If it's just you and the armor, it's not going to slow it down.
Okay. I mean, how much would just like, yeah, how much would just kind of leather armor be? I guess.
Ooh, super inexpensive. Let me see. So leather armor, that would be 40 gold.
Okay.
Leather armor would increase its AC by 1.
I think. Yeah, I mean, Emrys would buy armor, so yeah, I'll take some leather armor.
Okay.
Actually, is there studded leather as well?
Yes, there's studded leather. There's
Oh,
also
okay, how much
chainmail armor.
actually, chainmail. How much would chainmail be?
Let me see.
Sorry,
Chainmail. No, it's
I know
fine.
I'm being a pain.
No. It's fine. I love that. You're the first person in like eight years to buy armor for a horse.
If this horse dies, I swear to fucking God, Emrys is gonna cry.
For chainmail, like the heavy kind of armor, chainmail, it'll be 300 gold.
Okay.
If we're talking about the chain shirt equivalent, which is less armor, it's less heavy armor, but it still does something. But it's not as great as chainmail. It'll be 200 gold. You can also go full plate armor if you so wish.
Okay. Go on then. Tell me how much full plate is.
Oh, I will. Let me see. Full plate would be 6,000 gold.
Okay. I think I'll pass on the full plate. But the heavy chainmail was 300, you said?
Yes.
Gold. Emrys will buy the like full chainmail for 300 gold then.
Okay.
And you know what? Since I'm there, and the riding saddle was
The military riding saddle would cost an extra 10 gold to what you need.
an extra 10 gold.
Yes.
Done.
So here's what happens. You send Emrys to buy horses. Emrys goes and buys a horse. Emrys, well, not a horse. Horses for everyone, except for Edward. But then Emrys returns with 3 riding horses. Beautiful creatures. Beautiful creatures. One brown, another a slightly darker shade of brown, and one that is completely black. Beautiful creatures. What you do see is on top of, and at the head of this train of horses, you see small little Emrys on top of the biggest horse you've ever seen in your lives. This muscle-bound horse completely covered in chainmail from head to tail, just clinking every step it takes, and this very embellished and very elaborate military saddle as Emrys just rides on top of it. I believe you paid for the Mir's horse, right, Edward?
Okay, so how much was it? I'm sorry.
100 gold.
For 100 gold, yeah.
Okay. Noted down. Apologize.
No problem. So you all see this. You all see Emrys arrive at the inn with the most kitted out horse imaginable. It even has like where the mane should be, and it has like small spikes, and like spikes around each leg.
Everywhere.
Yeah, spikes around each leg, and a spike coming out where the tail should be. This armor is super wicked, super cool. Like it's the kind of armor that the guy that sold it to you thought he would never sell, because nobody wants something so extra, except for Everest.
Well, it was just destined for this day.
Perfect.
Anyway, Emrys like rides up and is just like looking very proud. I have purchased the horses. This is my horse, Aurora. And these are your horses. And
Yeah. There's a
of course
moment.
you may choose whichever one you'd like, except this one. But I'm sure they're all just as fast and well trained as Aurora here.
All the other horses are neighing normally, like horses. Yours seems to be almost growling.
It's because its head is in like armor. There's just this like metallic kind of like
Yeah. Yeah.
sound.
Yeah. Demir, Kyoho, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm just quiet.
All right.
Just in shock.
Yeah. So you are given your horses. So that's, I assume, between getting the horse used to you and your commands, Emerus, it's going to take you a couple. A while just to train the horse.
Yeah, Emrys is definitely spending the rest of the time until we get the bag, just like,
Yeah.
making friends with the horse, basically.
Okay. You have a badass horse with you. By the way, it has 16 AC, just so you know, and 19 HP.
Yeah, I'll like put this in my character sheet.
Okay.
The horse.
Just so you know, that's 16 HP and AC and 19 HP, and it also hits for 2d6 plus 4 bludgeoning damage. He kicks like a horse.
Nice. And also probably rams people with the massive spike on
Oh
its
yeah,
head.
no. There's the trampling charge. If the horse moves more than 20 feet straight towards a creature, then hits it with the hoof attack, the creature must make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. If the target is knocked prone, the horse can make another attack against the creature with a
my
bonus
God.
action. Yeah.
I think Emrys just became the strongest member of this party.
Keep in mind, you can't. The horse can't do an attack if you're using your turn to attack. But if you're not on the horse and the horse is threatened, it will try to kick the shit out of people. So that's good. That's good. While the other horses are all running away. But either way, let's see. That's Mir. Edward, what are you doing during that time? Those 3 days.
During the first day, Edward will just get wasted because of the stress of watching that man again, even knowing that seeing him again is a possibility. So during the first day, he's just going to drink, and on the second day, he's going to feel bad for having done nothing on the first day. So we will resume working out for the next 2 days.
Oh my god.
Hey, Catherine's gonna miss him. She's gonna miss the view.
Yeah, Catherine clearly is going to miss the view. All right, so you work out for those extra days. What about you, Kyoho? If you're back. might not be back. Okay. Well, we can take care of that afterwards. I'm gonna say Callahan just does more outreach stuff. Yeah?
Okay, that's why I wasn't talking.
Nice
Good,
one.
good job, Demir. Good job.
You just forgot the like armor all over the horse and the bulging muscles of this horse.
Indeed, indeed. No problem, no problem. All right. So as the third day arrives, you go to the shop. Oh, welcome back, Kyoho. Kyoho, question. By the way, I just gave the description. Basically, Emrys returned with the horses, and while you have perfectly normal horses, Emrys has this massive beast of a horse with full chainmail armor and this intricate riding saddle that this tiny Emrys is riding on top of.
Emrys has this horse.
basically that. But the rest of you have normal riding horses. What I wanted to know is, what do you wish? God damn it, that is a muscly horse. God.
Oh, nice. I like the edit. I was tempted to send this horse, but that one's a little bit.
Oh my God. What the fuck? Okay, that makes sense.
I like the first one better because there's a smaller horse behind it, which
Yeah.
gives the impression that it has 8 legs.
I do like the second one though because of the guy next to it who's like compressed for some reason. He's just kind of squished down.
Indeed.
Comfortably huge.
Yep, indeed. Holy shit. Okay. But yes, Kyoho, you get your normal horse, and I want you to tell me what you do during those 3 days.
I'll probably be spending some time trying to read over the book again to see if there's any information about the area we're going to.
Okay. Roll another history with disadvantage.
Oh boy.
Actually, no. Roll investigation. Roll investigation.
Boy. It's the same roll with the same modifier.
Okay. I mean, you don't find anything in the book. Maybe the guy just didn't go up north.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you spend that time by the last day, as you the last day before you get the bag. You are all in your inn. It's night. It's dark. You're all sleepy as the rain starts pouring outside. You stir a little, Kyoho, in your room. You are... Wait, do you... I know Emrys usually bunks with Callahan. Are you bunking with Demir, or is Demir bunking with Edward? And you have your own room?
Probably Demir bunking with Edward.
Okay, so...
Yeah, back before we picked up Edward, I think it was usually Demir and Kyoho as like the only room. I guess I get my
Demir
own
and
room
Edward
now.
are spooning.
Wow, okay.
Edward, I told you not to tell anyone about that.
Hey, praise Darman.
Yeah, and Edward just does it with the armor on, while Demir just uses his shield just to keep that thing.
I imagine Demir doesn't know about it. He just falls asleep first.
Yeah.
Demir just cuddles up.
Aw. But yes, as the rain pours heavily, Kyoho, you're in your room. alone, sleeping peacefully. And then you suddenly wake up as a hand covers your mouth. And another hand is holding your arm. But you hear a voice go, shh, 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 shh. It's just me. Don't worry. You open your eyes, and with your dark vision, you see a very familiar face, a pair of horns, white hair. Your brother seems to be kneeling next to the bed, and you just hear him say, "Before you do anything, I'm just here to talk. If you shout, if you make any loud noises, if you try to do anything, if you try to move, I'm gonna disappear, and I swear to God, you're not gonna fight me. So hear me out. I just want to talk to my little sister. Got it? Nod if you understand."
She's going to glare at him, but give a nod.
Good girl. And he raises his hand from your mouth and then flicks your forehead.
She's going to glare at him even more.
And you see him. He releases you and he starts to sit down on the floor, crosses his legs. You, I assume you sit up from the bed, and
Sure.
you see him. He is a little bit bulkier than he was before. Maybe as much as he was the last time you fought, but definitely more than when you last saw him in Onigashima. He has a very familiar sword. At least you see the handle on his back, and another one on his hip. He has a cowl, but it's currently down, and a mask that's hanging from his belt. And he smiled at you and goes, "Damn, you've grown a lot. And I can see you've gotten stronger since last time. It's not strong enough, though." Still following Dad's teachings?
She's just going to glare at him.
"Oh, come on now. I'm just trying to have a conversation with my little sister. Don't do that. It's... Alright, fine, fine. I'm just here to make give you a warning, recommendation, maybe a proposition. Just hear me out. Not long ago, some very nasty people who apparently want you and your friends dead put a hit on you. Now, this isn't any official bounty. Not the kind that the, let's just say, reputable folk usually take. More people like me. And he smiled at you. It's a pretty sizable bounty, too. Someone really wants you dead. And trust me, it's not hard to find you. Now, I've been handling some business, and in the meantime, I got some connections. What you're gonna do, Kyoho, you're gonna leave this group. You're gonna be a good girl. You're gonna go down to Feywave tomorrow. Once you get to Feywave, I paid off someone that will take you directly to Onigashima, back home, where you'll be safe. You know, these contracts don't really extend to the shogunate's influence. You're gonna do that, and in the meantime, I'm gonna keep you safe until we reach Feywave. After that, you'll be alright. You understand?
Why are you bothering to do this?
Do I need a reason to protect my little sister? You do understand that I could have killed you last time, right? I didn't.
Yes, and you could have killed me just now.
Of course I could. I could have just taken your head, got a pretty good share of the bounty, and then killed all your friends because, let's be honest, they're not really that great. I could have just snuck into their rooms and taken their heads one at a time. Especially, let's be honest, I know one of them.
Yes, we have talked.
He's fun. Ask him how I took his friend out in one shot in the middle of the broad daylight, and they still couldn't, come after me. That was a fun ride. Either way, that's all in the past. Right now, I'm only worried about you. And the very nasty people that are becoming more and more interested in you because of that bounty. So take my offer. Go now. You'll be perfectly safe. You'll go back home. You'll teach some other poor sap dad's style, whatever. You'll probably just get a kid. I don't fucking know what you want to do as long as you're there and you're just living your life. Got it?
Both Kyoho and I are thinking about this.
Yeah, it's fine. He's just very. You actually see he's very calm. He is clearly not threatened by you, even though he did not touch the sword that you very likely sleep next to. He's just very calmly there.
Yes.
Actually, with that passive perception of yours, normal passive perception, you would have actually seen he keeps playing with a coin in his fingers, like flipping it through between his fingers.
Forgive me for being suspicious of your motives, given everything that you have done.
Mm-hmm. I honestly don't know what else I can say for you to trust me. I actually don't care if you trust me after this. The only thing is, I saw a bunch of pretty much assholes that I've gotten to know look at a bounty on my little sister's head, and I thought, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like these people in particular coming after you. So I thought, how about I be a big brother for once? Give you a chance to survive. One chance. The only chance you're gonna get. Because after this, I'm not gonna come after your head, Kyoho. There's a lot of people that will. And your friends as well. So you either take this now, or, well, you're on your own. And I really don't recommend that.
Return with me and face punishment for your crime.
No. I'll take you to the ship. Afterwards, you'll be perfectly safe. You'll get to Onigashima, where everyone loves you. And that'll be it. I'll keep living my life, and you'll keep living yours. Hey, if you want to come back some other time, a few years maybe, once the bounty on your head is probably gone, that's fine. I don't care. For now, I want you safe. Come on, it's a good deal.
Can you give me until morning to consider it?
You know what? One condition. Not a word to your friends. If you're gonna leave, you're gonna tell them that you want to go home, and that's that. I'm not here. I've never been here. Understand?
I understand.
I'm always listening, Kyoho. If I see or hear anything that breaks this promise that we're making, I'm gone. Like gone. So take your new horse and leave to Feywave in the morning. If you don't, well, good luck to you. Because I won't be doing any more favors or anything brotherly from now on. Take it while I'm trying to be a good brother. He does that motion like almost like gagging. That sounded awful. And you just see him flip the coin again, and then like nothing was ever there, he disappears.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the player, I'm going to have to think on this too.
Okay.
That's part of why I asked for that, so that I could think about it and maybe discuss things.
No, that's fair.
In between sessions.
So do you go to sleep or do you stay awake? Do you go talk to the others?
Stay up and think on it for a little while.
Okay, so she stays up. Doesn't really sleep for the rest of the night. So roll me a Constitution, just for the hell of it. Constitution saving throw, just for the hell of it.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Okay. So Kyoho has these heavy bags under her eyes. You're tired. You're in a point of exhaustion, but still, it's not like it's going to affect you much. However, as morning comes, as the sun begins to rise very, very early in the morning, every single one of you wakes up to a loud, loud scream. You all are startled and you rush down to the entrance of the inn where the screams are coming. And you see one of the barmaids. She is standing with a small crowd behind her as she is screaming, and you all look up and you see three men in heavy gear, armor and weapons nailed to the inn's wall, each of them headless and pinned to the wall with a long blade.
Are you saying that there's 3 wounded soldiers?
Dead. They don't seem like soldiers. They seem more like, I know the joke, but they seem like mercenary types. And Kyoho, you do recognize the precision of the cuts as you stand there with your friends, all of you watching these bodies. I think that's a great place to end the session.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So time for Sev to roll up a new character. And
Depends on what Seth chooses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, Saito came with an offer. Now, what Kyoho would do, that is up to Sev.
Yeah. It is going to be a difficult decision, I think.
Well, you have a week to decide.
No druids. Just kidding.
Yes, no druids. Yes, you have a week to decide to discuss amongst you guys. Or you just decide by yourself without talking to each other. That's also perfectly fine. Hey,
I mean, for the rest of us, just, these 3 guys, just, damn, what a gruesome murder right in front of the inn. Who could have done it?
indeed, yeah, that's exactly it. But
It's a shame that, we're going to be leaving, because this mystery it seems like it would be really fun to try and solve.
indeed.
And or maybe it's like, 3 people die, and then suddenly the adventurers who are hanging around just disappear. Yeah, that's pretty suspicious, don't you think?
I mean,
Well-
it'd be a shame to have that horse, locked up in some stable, right? I mean, he's gonna run.
Yeah, we got to stretch his legs.
Indeed. Oh, don't worry.
Massive.
Don't worry. He'll break out of the stable if he has to, with his own 4 hooves.
Trample it down.
Bimo, thank you for the posture check and the hydrate. All right, so I'm just gonna find someone to raid real quick. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was
Yeah.
a start of the arc session.
I'm so happy with my horse. I actually love him.
Would you say that we should look at your horse? Is your horse amazing?
Amazing,
It is.
yes.
Should we give it a lick?
Tastes
just
like
like
raisins. No, yeah. Well, the horse. I'm gonna say it's a female horse. It's a mare.
Okay.
So
A mare.
A war mare.
a war mare. Oh, thank you, Bimo. Thank you. Right, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rate Sayumi because I love her and she's super nice and she is playing 7 days to die and I wanted to rate her for a while, so there we go. Yeah, thank you, thank you for watching and lovely and I hope it was
Thank
fun.
you for DMing.
Aw.
You're also nice.
I try.
You were also nice.
Yes.
man.
Just
the
nice.
highest compliment you could be given.
Yeah,
I'll
to be
take
honest
it.
with you.
I'll take it. Bye.
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 Bye.